In this video, I'm going to be going over the best cards to be buying right now in NBA 2K25 Myteam after the new fireworks drop did have some insane cards that have caused the market to go down a little bit, and also just wanted to get you guys an updated video going over the best cards to be buying right now in the game because there has been so many good cards to drop in this fireworks set. So starting with the GOAT cards, again, I'll be going over all of the best cards to be buying right now in this game. There'll be some cards that are really expensive, there'll be some cards that are cheap, and there'll kind of be cards in the middle there as well that I do think are really worth it to pick up. So starting with the GOAT cards in the game, we'll talk about the new GOAT cards here first, and Giannis. And I don't think Giannis is really necessarily worth his price. If you want a Giannis card, I would honestly more so look to get his Invincible card. His Invincible card here with 40 legend badges, which is honestly the same card and potentially better, because I do prefer the jump shot on the Invincible Giannis. So if you buy this Invincible Giannis with 40 legend badges, and you can see there's a lot of people putting up their Giannis's with the 40 legend badges, so if you're able to snag one of these for cheaper than the GOAT, that's what I would personally do. And this one right here is only at 1.7, where if we go look at the GOAT card, it's already at 2.2, maybe even 2.4 with more time left. So this card's going to be way more expensive, probably at least $1 mil to $2 mil more expensive than a 40 legend badge Giannis. So I just don't think this card's worth it when the jump shot on the Invincible card is honestly better, and the only difference is the GOAT tier. That's it, because they have the same dribble sigs, except I don't think Giannis has the Zach LaVine moving step back on his Invincible card, and he does have that on his GOATs, but everything else is going to be the exact same compared to the GOAT Giannis and a 40 legend badge Invincible Giannis. So to me, I wouldn't go after the GOAT Giannis. Talking about GOAT MJ, this card's not worth it in my opinion. He's just not that great of a point guard. GOAT LeBron is the new best point guard in this game, but he's also like 6 million MT. Is that worth it? No, I just don't see it being worth it. Oscar, not that great to be honest for his price tag. Shaq is really good. Again, is he worth his price tag when you can probably go pick up the Invincible for a lot less? I think it's a good idea to maybe, if you want these top tier names, if you want a Shaq, you want a Giannis, right? This is going to be the best time to do so, as I cannot find where Shaq is. There he is, top left of the screen. But yeah, like going ahead and getting a 40 legend badge Invincible Shaq is going to be a lot more worth it to me, in my opinion, than going ahead and paying for the GOAT Shaq premium price. It's just not worth it in my personal opinion. Penny Hardaway is a very good point guard, especially for his price tag. I do like Penny for his price. Dirk Nowitzki is very expensive, but he's the best small forward in the game. I think Dirk's a great pickup. If you can get him for like 2.5, I mean, again, these are expensive cards for sure, but Dirk Nowitzki is an amazing small forward. He's the best small forward in the game, in my personal opinion, better than Giannis and better than like a KG and stuff, because he's 7 foot at small forward with an elite level jump shot and the best dribble sigs in the game. So really do like Dirk Nowitzki, especially for his price tag, and he's a card that has that longevity. Since he's a 7 foot card at the small forward position, there's not really going to be too many taller small forwards at that high of a level compared to Dirk Nowitzki. Talking about GOAT Yao, I think Yao is obviously the best card in the game. He is really good. He's not even on the auction house though, so he's not going to be worth it whatsoever. And just to go through it quickly, I don't think D-Rob's really necessarily worth it for his price tag. I don't think KD's worth it, and I don't think Wilt Chamberlain is worth it too much, in my opinion, with how much MT these cards are going for. But now let's move down to the Invincible cards in the game and talk about which Invincibles do I think are worth it. Let's start with the new Invincibles, and we'll start with Zach Edey, who is crazy expensive, probably closer to 3 million MT. Now, he is one of the best center cards in the game for sure, so I'll give Zach Edey that. He is incredible at the center position. He can also play power forward. He's 7'5", 305 pounds with a 7'10" wingspan. Has that Brook Lopez jump shot, which I really do like. It's an amazing jump shot. He's an amazing defender, one of the best rebounders in the game, and he's an unbelievable center card. Is he worth 3 million MT? No, and we'll talk about a card here that is a lot cheaper and is very similar to this Invincible Zach Edey. So Zach Edey just not worth it in my opinion. Amen Thompson though, I think is probably one of the best pickups in the game at the point guard position. I want to say he's under $1 mil for sure, and I want to say he's closer to probably 700k. Like, he's not that expensive, and this is basically GOAT Dr. J at the point guard position. So unless you have GOAT Dr. J and another really good point guard, Amen Thompson is amazing to pick up. He is 6'7" with the same jump shot that GOAT Dr. J has. He's basically the same card, just without the legend badges, because he's got the best sigs in the game. Amen Thompson is one of the best pickups in the entire game right now, especially if you guys are looking for a point guard. Talking about Invincible Chet, he is also just too expensive in my opinion. Chet is really good. He's one of the best cards in this game at small forward for sure, and that's the reason why he's going for over 2 mil, but I don't think he's worth it. If you're going to spend 2 million MT on a small forward, don't spend it on Chet. Go ahead and spend it on Dirk. You're just going to get a much better card, a card that actually has the best sigs in the game, has 40 legend badges, is about the same height, same player build, actually has a better player build. Dirk does weigh 245 pounds. Chet weighs like 185. So Dirk Nowitzki is a lot more worth it in my opinion compared to small forward Chet. Now this card is very good, so if you want to pick up Chet because you're a huge Chet fan or a huge Thunder fan, yeah, he's a very good small forward, 100%. He's probably a top 5 small forward in this game, at least close to. He's very good, but I don't think he's necessarily worth it. And then talking about Jason Tatum, just going over the new invincibles here quickly, he's actually not that bad for his price. Like, for a small forward that's under 400k, he's maybe one of the best in the game. He's a very good small forward. I think it's just because Tatum's not as big of a name as Chet, Amen, and Zach Edey, at least when it comes to 2K, and people were a lot more excited for those cards. And he's probably the worst invincible out of the 4, but he's actually really good. I don't mind Jason Tatum as a pickup, especially if you're a Boston Celtics fan or a Jason Tatum fan. He's a really good card. He definitely is. He's a great card at the small forward position. Talking about the other invincibles that I do think are worth it, I would say Mobley, if you can get him for a cheaper price compared to Chet. He's not too much worse than Chet. You know, he's not like that worse. He definitely is a worse card. Chet is much better, but he's actually pretty good. I do like Evan Mobley. He's 6'11" at small forward with a 7'4" wingspan, and he's going to give you that same type of archetype that Chet does give, right? That all around, can defend at a high level, can rebound at a high level at the small forward position, has a good jump shot, has solid sigs. Even though I do think Chet's a better card, I think Evan Mobley is probably more worth it for his price tag. Looking at Invincible Kristaps, he's just kind of too expensive in my opinion, but he is a top tier power forward for sure. I still like cards like Rudy Gay, especially for their price, not that expensive whatsoever. Talking about another good invincible to pick up, like the Sean Kemps and the Kevin McHale's are actually not bad for their price. So if you're looking for a top tier invincible that isn't too expensive, those would be the names I would look towards. Luka Doncic has also gone down in price since Amen Thompson dropped, but I think Amen Thompson is much better at point guard, and he's probably actually going to be a little bit cheaper. But I think Luka and LaMelo are still decent pickups in this game and very fun point guards to use. But yeah, those are all the invincibles that I would recommend when it comes to their price value. Obviously, Victor Wembanyama, the best invincible card in the game, but he's also going to cost you about 6 to 7 million MT. So it's just not going to be worth it in my opinion. But now moving on over to the Season 8 set, and we have to talk about the Fireworks set here first because there is so many great cards to talk about. You got 100 overall Lauri Markkanen that, as much as I do think this card is really good, he is a 7 foot, I think he's 7 foot, right? I think he's 7 foot at small forward. He's a very good card for sure. He's got a good jump shot. His sigs are okay, at least when it comes to the escape and the behind the back. I believe he's got Trey behind the back and he's got Curry escape, but then he's got like Booker dribble style and Ray Fralson size up, so not great there. But still, Lauri Markkanen is a great card. Is he worth his price tag of probably closer to 300k? No, just in my opinion. I would probably rather a Jason Tatum, to be honest, for his price. Like if Tatum's only 400k or 350, I'd probably rather pay that price for Jason Tatum over Lauri Markkanen, but he's a decent card for sure. Now Big Z is the card that I wanted to talk about when I was mentioning Zach Edey, because this Big Z card, yes, he's expensive, but he is incredible at the power forward or center position. He is 7'3" with a big player build. His jump shot is maybe the fastest big man jump shot in this entire game, and maybe one of the fastest jump shots in this entire game. He's got an unbelievable release. He is great defensively. His sigs are also amazing. He's got the Kawhi behind the back. I believe he has the Kemba escape as well. He's got amazing sigs, and this is a card that if you can't afford, or if you don't want to spend the 3 million MT that Zach Edey costs, or the 2.5, just go get Big Z. He's basically Zach Edey, but a couple inches shorter, and actually has a better jump shot and better dribble sigs. He's a lot more worth it in my opinion. So I think Big Z is one of the best pickups in this entire game, and we'll see how much this one ends here for in 15 seconds. But I think I want to say he's under 600k, and if you can get him for around 500,000 MT, this is an amazing pickup. I think he's one of the best cards in this game to be buying right now, just because of the value and the size that he does bring at the center and power forward position. And with 1 second left, he's basically 500k. Just an unbelievable card for that price, and a card that I would definitely recommend at the center power forward spot. Dominique Wilkins, I mean, he's a buy now, and he's actually really cheap. For a 6'8" point guard for 60k and under, he's actually not that bad. His jump shot is good. I think it's Strawther base and Donovan Mitchell upper on very quick. His sigs maybe aren't the greatest, but he's not a bad card for his price tag. But I think Jimmy Butler is the much more worth it card to go after, because I don't know why this card is so cheap. This is invincible Jimmy Butler. I'm not kidding. Go compare the two cards over on 2KDB. The only difference is the 12 legend badges. So if you're really worried about that, try to pick up one maybe with like 13 legend badges or something, and you're gonna have invincible Jimmy Butler on your team for, he's like 90k. 90k for this 100 overall Jimmy Butler card is one of the best value cards in this entire game. He has the same sigs that his invincible card does have, which are the best dribble sigs in the game. He's got a really good jump shot. I believe it's the Jarrett Culver base and the Benedict Mathurin upper on very quick timing. It's an amazing jump shot. Like, this is an unbelievable card for his price. And again, I can't recommend a card enough, Big Z and Jimmy Butler are two of the best value cards in this entire game. Bronny is good. I think Bronny's a fun card to use, but realistically not going to be that amazing. I do like Mo Bamba and Bruce Bowen though as really solid budget cards in this game as well. Talking about the best of my team cards, I think Terrence Ross for a buy now is actually pretty good. He has very good sigs, he has a good jump shot. I think for a buy now price, I would definitely recommend Terrence Ross. I would not recommend CJ McCollum though, especially for the same price. He is not worth it whatsoever. Talking about the Breeze set, there was not many great cards to be honest. I think Joakim Noah was the only decent card in the Breeze set to be honest, at least when it comes to the 100 overalls. And yeah, he's about 50k, 60k. Not bad for Joakim Noah. He is a good defender with a nice jump shot, but this Breeze set was very underwhelming compared to the Fireworks set. So from the Breeze set, I mean, you got Derek Lively, who's a good budget center. You got Rudy Fernandez, who's a really good budget point guard, and that's basically about it. Going to Season 7, the NBA draft set still has some very good cards. Victor Wembanyama is just too expensive in my opinion, but if you're looking to pick up a Wemby card, I would definitely recommend going for his 100 overall card compared to his Invincible. I still really like Kazi Russell for a card that has gone down even more in price. Kazi Russell yesterday was about 55k. I think right now he might be closer to like 60, 65k, but that's still amazing value for Kazi Russell, who's a 6'5" point guard, but with one of the best, fastest guard jump shots in the entire game, and also does have the best dribble sigs in the game. So he is a really good offensive point guard, and a card that if you need scoring at the point guard position is a card that I would definitely recommend. Even Kwame Brown, Danny Manning, Greg Oden are all decent pickups in this game. You got the budget beasts like Elton Brand, right? Joe Smith, Michael Olowokandi, Purvis Ellison, Brad Daugherty. These are cards that are all very, very good budget options and cards I would recommend if you guys are looking for budget cards. From the automatic set, I like Shawn Marion as a good two-way card at the shooting guard position. If you guys are looking for straight up defense and really good jump shooting, really good in the catch and shoot for 70k, that's 100 overall Shawn Marion. I think he's really good for that price. And the Dark Matter Taco has gone down quite a bit in value. I want to say base Taco is only around like 400k now. I bought mine for like 500k on the no money spends before Friday's drop, so maybe not a smart idea for me, but still I think Taco Fall is a very good card. From this automatic set, everything else is not going to be really worth it, in my personal opinion. From the champion set, you got the cards like LeBron, you got the cards like KD and Giannis that, if you can't afford their top tier versions like Goat Braun or Goat Giannis or Goat KD, if you can't afford those top tier names or even the Invincible cards, I think these are all very good options for their price as well, and very fun cards. For the budget cards, you got Dolph Shays is really good, Ron Harper is really good, Chris Anderson is really good. Trevor Ariza is solid as well when we're talking about the budget cards in the game. From the Splash Zone set, I like Vladimir for sure. I like Josh Childress. That's about it from the Splash Zone set. From the Vibe set, Glenn Rice is about the only card that I'd really recommend. I want to say Glenn Rice is starting to become close to a buy now price, and for a buy now price, this card would be a really good pickup in this game at the shooting guard position. And if we take a look at his price, I want to say he's just a bit over 100,000 MT, which is again really good for Glenn Rice. And also guys, sell your satellite cards. I know I'm recommending this. I might make a separate video. I just sold 2 satellite cards for 10k a pop. Definitely recommend you guys are doing that right now. I might make a separate video on that tomorrow, but yeah, definitely sell your satellites. But talking about the downtown set, I really like Rick Smith as a top tier big man. If you can't afford, again, the most expensive bigs in the game, Rick Smith is somewhat affordable, and I think he's really good for that price. And that's about it, honestly, from the downtown set. And from the Skyline set, I wouldn't really recommend any card in the Skyline set. From season 6, you got Galaxy Opal Denny, Galaxy Opal Bogut, obviously 2 really good budget cards. From the glitch set, Dark Matter Dikembe, Dark Matter Mark Eden, Dark Matter Men Thompson are all very good pickups as well. Pantheon set, you still got Sar, you still got Luol Deng as really good pickups. From the Prime set, Dark Matter Beasley can still be very good, Dark Matter Bargnani, Dark Matter Manu Ginobili can be very good. From the Signature Series set, you got AK-47, you got Stephon Castle, who are definitely solid pickups as well. From the Flash set, I wouldn't really recommend anybody here. And from fan favorites, it's pretty much just going to be Tim Thomas and Dino Raja if you're looking for a budget card, maybe Pink Diamond Rocco as well. And that's about it, guys. I mean, from season 4, you do have the Galaxy Opal Wemby, who's gone down even more in price. This card's really good for his value, or really good for his price, meaning he's a really good value card. And yeah, guys, I would say those are all the best cards to be buying right now. The market's gone down a ton because of the fireworks sets, and also just in general, the market's going to continue to drop over the next couple weeks as the game does die down. But those are the best cards to buy right now in my team. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful, and I'll catch you boys in the next one. Peace.